Hello, what is up guys? Evildoer here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we are going to be continuing our leveling guide. In today's episode, we will go 59 through 60. So we're going to go 59 through 60 questing only, with very minimal combat and no grinding whatsoever. So real quick, before we get into this video, if you're new to the channel, new to Black Desert, or enjoy the content on the channel, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me, help to grow the channel, and we are pushing for that 20k. Without further ado, let's get into it and let's talk about the prerequisites for this. Make sure you have the Chenga Tome. If you're picking up this series midway through, or if I told you just to jump to this part in the series, make sure you have this Chenga Tome. If you don't know how to get the Chenga Tome, read the guide in the description below. You will need the Chenga Tome if you want to quest only through 59 through 61. But after you've got the Chenga Tome, we also need to pick up a few items. The first item you're going to need to pick up is a fried fish. One of the quests requires you to have a fried fish to advance in it. I don't know why, just have it in your inventory. You can purchase it off of the central market over here in Calpheon before we depart. Another item you're going to want to have is a butcher knife. It doesn't matter which one, grab a couple. There's going to be a couple quests where you need to gather some meat throughout our adventures. But anyway, with all of that said, let's get into where we're going to be heading on the map. If you press M on the keyboard to open up the map, we are moving all the way to the left on the map over here and starting at Brelin Farm. There are a ton of quests to do at Brelin Farm. If you don't have this area of your map explored yet, just literally drop a waypoint right here on your map. You'll see like the outline of a little village down here. So drop a waypoint on that and get going. Alright, so upon your arrival to Brelin Farm, you're going to make a left, run all the way down. As we discussed in other portions of this video series, do not accept quests with the yellow borders where they're not fully complete. Those will not reward you with combat experience. Also, to see all quests, press O on the keyboard to open up the quest log and check this box that says Show All Quests. So continue along down the path down here, and eventually we're going to get to the point where you're going to see a whole bunch of people giving quests. They should be right around this area. Here they are. So there's the first quest you can grab. There's another quest chain down here. Another quest chain is available down by the grape farm area. And another quest is available up on this little ridge overlooking everything. So there should be 4 sets of quests that you start here. We're going to play through them all, play through the entirety of their chains, and then we'll come back when we're done with all the quests in Brelin Farm, so you'll have an idea of what percentage you should be at after this. Make sure you have your Chenga Tome equipped. Okay, so we have burned through all of the quests in Brelin Farm, save for the one that makes us walk all the way down to Star's End, mainly because we're going to be going down to Star's End anyway. So when you get this quest that sends you way down, back to reality number 2, just wait on that quest. We'll be heading that way shortly. Anyway, after completing this area, we're going to be up to 27.25%. I did start at 1%, so you'll have like 26% of a level done. So if you don't have 26% of a level done, you're not done in Brelin Farm, and you need to stay here for a little bit longer. But after you're done, we need to head down to this port, which you actually saw while you were doing these quest lines. It took you to like right here on the map. You need to head all the way down to the port, and there's a few quests we're going to do down here, so I'll meet you down there. Alright, so there are 2 quest chains to pick up over here at this port. The first one is this node manager right here, and I did tell you never to talk to people or do the quests that have the orange circles where it's not completely filled in. However, if you go to this one with the orange ring or the yellow ring, whatever color it is, and talk to the person, navigate to the quest tab, you will see that they have an actual quest hidden below the fake repeat one that's above on top. So you need to talk to them in order to get that quest. The other quest you're going to do is the one over here, talking to this guy. His quest, the answer to his question is 922 when he asks you how many there are. So all you have to do is type in 922 in the chat, 922, and then hit enter, and it will complete the quest. So I'll see you at the end of all of this. So completing all of the quests in this area is going to bump you up to 35% complete of your next level. So that's pretty cool. If you're not at 35% yet, you got more to do. Or I guess if you started at 0, you'd be at 34%. Anyway, to move on to the next area, we are heading up to the Calpheon Northwestern Outpost. So I'll meet you up here. So starting from the main gate, you can see we have 2 quests that we can pick up right there. Continuing on into the area, there's a stable keeper if you need to charge up your horse. If you look to the right, there's a quest up there on that balcony. There's also a quest down here that we can pick up, down in that little training area. Continuing further along, all the way at the end, there's another quest here to the right from the arms dealer. And that is it for the immediate area. As you progress through some of these quest chains, they're going to take you further and further into Star's End, eventually to the point where I think you end up right around where this guy is. So you can pick up this quest while you're at it and then turn it back in at Brelin Farm to complete that quest line. But anyway, play through all the quests in this area and run all the way through them, and I'll meet you back when I'm done going through them and you can compare your EXP to mine. Alright, so after finishing off this area, you're going to be chilling at 55% of the way through to 60, which is awesome. However, experience gains are going to slow down significantly because the quest density drops incredibly as we move forward through the areas. Anyway, the next region we're going to be hitting up is going to be the Docks of Star's End. Do note that these 2 quests, Back to Reality as well as Red and Strong, require you to kill mobs that are way stronger than your gear level, so don't even bother doing either of these quests. I did earlier say that you could come and do this one later, but that's fake news. Don't do that one. So anyway, we're heading to the docks near Star's End, so this region down here. So I'll meet you down there. Alright, so at the Stars End dock down here, there is only one quest to accept. It is this dude right here. Pick up his quest and follow it through. Alright, so after you complete 2 quests here, you're going to be pretty much done. The further quests in the chain require you to kill stronger mobs, so you can't really deal with that. So you're going to pick up a quick 2.5% EXP, and we're going to move on to the Acher guard post down here. So do a little zigzag along the road if you don't have this region unlocked, and end up at the Acher guard post, and I will meet you there. And okay, after we play through as far as I want to go through those different chains, you will end up at 5962.3%. The quest where I'm giving up on here is this Fadu's Present. You need to kill the little blue crabs, which isn't really that hard. It just takes a long time. So if I come up 1% short in this video guide, I'm going to be really sad, and that's where it is. It's right here. So if at level 61 I'm banging my head against the microphone, you'll know why. Alright, so the next location on our journey is going to be the Weenie Cabin. Just kidding, I'm not 12. The Weenie Cabin is located right around this Polly's Forest area. It's actually like within the Polly's Forest. So Weenie Cabin's up at the top up here, and then we also have the Looney Cabin that we'll be hitting up a little bit lower here. Relative to Grana, it is to the left and up and to the left, but just go for the big mushroom on your screen. To find this location, it will probably be in the fog if you're a new player. When you get here, there is one spirit to talk to inside of this cabin. It is the spirit Weenie, so go ahead and talk to them and play through their quest line. So after you complete the first quest over at the Weenie Cabin, it might become a little bit too difficult for a lower geared player. So for perspective, this is my gear I have right now, and I wasn't struggling to kill them, it just took a long time. So I'm going to move on. If you have better gear, better stats, continue to work through that quest line because it's going to reward you with a significant amount of experience. But don't worry if you don't have the gear, we're going to keep moving along. The next quest is located at the Looney Cabin, which we said already is a little bit below the Weenie Cabin, and in here there's another person we can talk to start their quest chain, so play through their quest chain if you can. So after a few quests of running around, you are going to get stuck at a point where you need to have had the knowledge of Innkeeper Luansi if you have not played through the main storyline yet. So if you haven't played through it, you're going to get stuck right here, but that's okay because we're in Grana and we now can talk to the next person in our chain who's located right here. This villager right here. So if we go ahead and open the map, right where this bridge forks right here, to the left you will see the villager. So playing through those 2 quest lines in those cabins gave us another 4%. Do note that if we are still short, we can come back there and knock these quests out after we finish the Black Spirit storyline in Camisilva, or after we get some better gear. So keep those in the back of your mind if you need EXP at the end of this. But anyway, play through this dude's questline. Alright, so once again we're going to run into the situation where we need to have completed the Black Spirit story quest in Camisilva in order to continue advancing through this questline. So we'll have to come back to this after we finish the story. But we're still going to try and push forward and not have to worry about doing any of these quests. Do know though that there's more experience available to you in Grana if we need it at the end of this. There is a quest over here from this dude, but I do not believe it is a repeatable quest. So you can only run this one time on your account, so we're not going to continue along with that quest. The next stop is one we're only going to do the first part of the quest chain because the second part requires killing a lot of mobs, but do know you can come back to this one if you need the experience later. At any rate, it is the node manager Viversa over at the Manjum Forest, so it is up and to the left on top of this mountain. You got to kind of walk your way around and get up to the top of the mountain to find this dude, but just accept his first quest. His first quest is to go ahead and look at some dead bodies. Alright, next stop on our train is going to be the Vive Foretta Hamlet, located on top of the mountains. So we went from around this corner up over to this mountain. So follow the path up and you will find it here. So to get the quest to unlock in this area, you need to talk to this Norn Federer's dude, and you need to increase your amity with this character. So you need to have the amity to 400 here. So just to show you how the Amity Minigame works is a little quick tutorial. It's going to tell you what you need to do. Spark the interest of Norm 5 consecutive times. To spark him 5 consecutive times, you need to look for things that have sparking interest percent, which is midway through this table, of 100%. So 100% is going to guarantee you that it will spark the interest of him. So that one will get a guaranteed spark. Now, because he only has 3 options that provide 100%, you need to pick your next highest percentage, which I guess will be 74%. And when you slam that button, it should go through, and hopefully you get that 74% to proc. But basically, play this little Amity minigame, doing whatever it tells you to do. If it tells you to spark the interest, you want to get things in a row. If it tells you not to, then you don't. And otherwise, you should be able to handle this. I believe in you. But keep doing this until you get to 400 Amity. And after you get 400 Amity, it's going to open up quite a few quests you can do in this area, so go ahead and knock them all out. Alright, so completing the quests in this area are going to get us another 9% so EXP, and it's also going to give it a quest that is taking us to our next area, the Old Wisdom Tree. So I will meet you down there, but the quest is the Missing Girl, so go ahead and do the Missing Girl. Alright, so we've arrived at the Old Wisdom Tree, so we have the quest to turn in over here, which will bring up additional quest lines to follow for that. And in addition to the extension of that quest line, we have a quest we can pick up right here. It's going to involve killing some mobs though, so if they're too tough for you, don't worry about it. Come back to it later after we're going for 61, like we're going to with some other quests. And then down here, once again, we also have some other quests you could do. One from the blacksmith, one from this dude next to the stable keeper, although it's a girl, I guess, and then we have one from this lady riding on a bird thing. So anyway, knock out those quests as far as you can do. If the combat is too difficult for you, we will come back to them when we need to hit 61. So there's also one more quest that I missed out on over here from this lady that's healing the bird people. So it's located down below the old wisdom tree down here. So go ahead and pick that quest up too. Also, if you climb on top of the tree like you're going to for one of the quests, there's another quest up at the top of this branch to go talk to this person. Hopefully I don't fall off the edge. But go ahead and pick up that quest up there as well. Alright, so after you complete all of the quests in this area, we're going to be at 97.5% EXP, and we're actually going to unlock another quest line over in this area. So go ahead and pick this one up. And after you turn in the second quest in the chain, which is literally just talk to the guy like right next to it, you will have completed level 60. So you will now be level 60, have full access to all of your awakening skills, which is awesome. In the next episode, we're going to push for 61. We're going to have to do some backtracking, and we're going to have to get some better gear than we got from the story. But straight out of the story, you can get to level 60, which is pretty exciting. It took us about 2 hours to do it, which is even better. Way faster than if you were to go ahead and grind this. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I presenting these in a bad way? Does it not make sense? Let me know. Help me to improve my content going forward. Please make sure you're subscribed. It helped me to grow the channel, really pushing for 20K. And as always, thank you so much once again for watching. I'll see you at the next stream, video, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.